Okay, it's time now for us to start creating a template which is going to run all of our product pages for us, to run our catalog. Okay, so here's what we have so far in terms of a product page, right? And the way it's being run in the background is through these embedded shortcodes. Okay, and they're taking these custom fields and they're putting it into the HTML for us. Okay, so that's been handy, but the problem is, as we saw, if I want to change the overall structure of this, move model up above features, for example, or something like that, I would have to stop and do it on every single one of these pages. Okay, now it's not a huge amount of work, but as it starts to add up, you get 1,000 products, that would be pretty tough. So we want something more powerful, and that is a theme template. All right, so what do we do first? Well, our most important first step is to actually create a child theme for our current theme. Now, I've talked before about how it would be better to do certain things inside of a child theme, but I've actually done them in the live theme, just for convenience sake. Now it's time to really get serious, and what we're going to do is create a child theme. So let me go over here to my text editor. Now, we haven't really worked with this text editor before. This is one called Text Wrangler for Mac. There are many text editors like this. They're called plain text editors for Windows and for Mac. And really the point here is that they add nothing to the code. You cannot have any extraneous little characters being added the way that Word does or anything like that, any word processors. That's why they're called plain text editors. And we're going to be working in this from this point on. The other nice thing about this, as you can see, is it colors things for you, so it makes it easier to read. Now, what we've done, in order to create a child theme, you literally only need one file. Now, this is not a discussion of child themes in general, but we need enough to know to get going here. And I'll have a sample of this in the working files for you. You just need a theme name, you need a description, an author. Most importantly, though, the template. This is your parent theme. It's a child theme, you need a parent. So this is the parent theme, and that's going to tell WordPress where to look for all the files. You're going to use all the files of the parent theme, and this is how you do it, with this little line right here. And then what we're doing here is we're saying, oh, and by the way, bring in the style sheet, because we're replacing a style sheet here, style.css. Bring in the style sheet of the parent. You don't have to if you don't want to, but 99% of the time you're going to want to, you're adding on to their style sheet. Okay, so that's the import function there. All right, quick lesson in child themes. I've uploaded that into my themes folder, so it is a totally separate theme. Okay, I've uploaded that into WordPress. If I go back over here, and I'll show you under Appearance and Themes, once I uploaded it via FTP into my themes folder, it shows up as an option in here, and in fact, I've activated it. So right now, what you are seeing here, that's actually running through the child theme. Doesn't look any different, totally the same. It's got all the functionality of 2011, which was the theme I was using, but it is now the active theme on here. Now, notice 2011 is still here. You have to have the parent theme. You can't delete it. In fact, I put a little warning here in my description. I said, warning, 2011 theme must be present for this to work, just in case somebody comes along and says, oh, we're not using this, let's get rid of it, right? You can't. This is the child theme. All right. Why did we do that? Well, it's because when we go into here, we want to change some of the files that are in 2011, and we're going to add some new files. So as soon as we make a change to a file that's in 2011, we don't want it overwritten when 2011 gets updated, right? So in the child theme, it won't get overwritten. Plus, we're going to add in some more files of our own in order to run this child theme. And we're going to have templates now for our product pages. Okay, next step. Now that we've got that done, we need to go and grab single.php. That's the name of the file that runs single product pages. Actually runs any single pages on the site, of course, but in this case, we're running the single product pages. We're going to need this because we want to make a change. We're going to tell 2011, we're going to tell the parent theme to look in a different place for the product pages, not the regular place. So we're going to need that one. And we're also going to need content-single. Now this is going to vary depending on the parent theme you're using, of course. But in this case, the actual content of a single product page is run through this particular file called content-single. And we're going to run our own version of content-single. That's going to actually reside in our child theme. All right, so that gives us a start on there. Let's take a quick look at the HTML we currently have. This is taken from WordPress. I just wanted to put it in here because it's easier to read it and see it. So we're going to use this as our model for our template, and you're going to see how we incorporate that. And this way, we're going to be able to see individual product pages and see how they look. Now, we've also got our catalog pages, and we're going to need files for that, and I'll continue with that in another video.